Namaskar. Second World War, September 1st, 1939 to September 2nd, 1945. Causes. The causes of the Second World War as under. First, the Treaty of Versailles, 1919. The Treaty of Versailles had in itself the germs of Second World War. The Germany was very badly treated. She was forced to sign the treaty at the point of a bayonet. In a spirit of revenge, to tear away the Treaty of Versailles, Hitler joined hands with Mussolini of Italy. Second, nationalist movements of Germany and Italy. The rise of nationalist movements in Germany and Italy added fuel to the fire. Although Hitler tried to assure the world that he meant peace, he could not conceal his ambition for long. He embarked on a career of aggression which ultimately led to war. The same was the case with Mussolini, who had established his dictatorship in Italy in 1922. Conflict of ideology between dictatorship and democracy. Countries like Germany, Italy, and Japan represented the ideology of dictatorship, while Great Britain, France, and USA represented the ideology of democracy. Mussolini described the conflict between the two ideologies, thus the struggle between the two worlds can permit no compromise, either we or they. Fourth, influence in inefficiency of League of Nations. Unfortunately, when hostility was growing between the two camps, there was no effective international organization which could bring the leaders of the two camps on a common platform and bring about a reconciliation between them. The League of Nations was practically dead. Fifth, colonial and commercial rivalry. The colonial and commercial rivalry between the England and France on one side and Germany and Italy on the other brought them in conflict with each other. Sixth, aggressiveness of Berlin-Rome-Tokyo axis. Hitler has become very aggressive. He annexed the Saar Valley, occupied Rhineland and Austria, captured Czechoslovakia, etc. Mussolini attacked Abyssinia, Ethiopia. Japan attacked China. This aggressive mood of the fascist powers got its fullest expression when they formed in an axis providing for mutual aid in the international sphere. This is discussed in the heading of aggressiveness of Berlin-Rome-Tokyo axis. Immediate cause. The immediate cause of the war was the refusal of Poland to surrender. Germany gave an ultimatum to Poland regarding first, surrender the port of Daging, second, the right of establishing a rail link between Germany and East Prussia through the Polish corridor. These two demands were rejected by Poland, so Germany invaded Poland on September 1st, 1939. Britain and France, as they were under treaty obligation to aid Poland, declared war against Germany on September 3, 1939. Course of war. On one side were Germany, Italy, and Japan, called the Axis powers or Central powers, and on the other were Great Britain, France, USSR, USA, China. It is called the Allied powers or allies. Germany had to face defeat once again. Hitler, Goebbels, and Himmler, committed suicide April 13, 1945, and their successors surrendered unconditionally on May 7, 1945. After the fall of Germany, USA and UK. After the fall of Germany, USA and UK concentrated their focus on Japan. On August 6, 1945, an atom bomb, Little Boy, was dropped on the city of Hiroshima. Japan was asked to surrender, and when she refused, another atom bomb, Fat Man, was dropped on August 9, 1945, on the city of Nagasaki. It is estimated that more than 1 lakh persons were killed and leaving thousands more slowly dying of radiation poisoning. On August 14, 1945, Japan conveyed its acceptance of the Allied demands to surrender, but the actual surrender took place on September 2, 1945. With the Japanese surrender, the Second World War came to an end. Effects of World War II. 1. After after about 15 months of preparatory work, the peace treaties were given a final shape by the 21 participating countries, and they were signed on 10th February 10, 1947 in Paris by the representative of the five enemy states and the Allied powers. As regards Germany, she was occupied by the Big Four. After its fall in May 1945, it was divided into four zones, each of which was administered separately by one of the occupying powers. Berlin came under joint occupation. Ultimately, out of one Germany came two countries, West Germany and East Germany. Italy was also deprived of her colonies. As regards Japan, a peace treaty was signed with her at San Francisco in 1951. Second, the United Nations Organization (UNO) was established in October 24, 1945. Third, the USA and USSR emerged as the two most powerful nations in the world. Fourth, the emergence of Russia, USSR gave rise to the desire for freedom in colonies under European control in Asia. Fifth, the British Empire thus rapidly lost its leadership as more and more colonies won independence. Sixth, France also lost much of their past glory. 7. Nearly all the East European countries embraced communism, and communist rule was established in Chinese mainland also. Important Axis leaders of World War II. Adolf Hitler, Nazi dictator of Germany. Benito Mussolini, Prime Minister of Italy. Hirohito, Emperor of Japan, and his Prime Minister Hideki Tojo, and Fumimaro Konoe. Important Allied leaders of World War II. Franklin D. Roosevelt up to April 12, 1945, and Henry Truman after April 12, 1945, President of USA. Winston Churchill, Prime Minister of Britain. Joseph Stalin, Premier of USSR. Paul Reynaud and Charles de Gaulle, Prime Minister of France. And Chiang Kai-shek, Head of Nationalist Government of China. धन्यवाद. Thank you so much.